Hey guys, what's up? So, yeah, it's been a while, and I did not want this to be a while. I need to stress that first and foremost. This has been a rough month. In fact, this has been a rough 2 months. Um, I have to apologize to the people who have been watching this channel, as well as the few generous souls who have decided to actually contribute to my Patreon account. And thank you very much for doing so. It has been a major help, as I'm about to get into. I apologize because I wanted to actually have a lot more videos this month, and they didn't pan out for a number of reasons. The last video I put up, if you guys remember, were some of the basic drills that I do for my sword stuff. And someone in the comments section, and please forgive me for not remembering right now, but someone had asked, or maybe a couple of you guys had asked, like, how do they actually work in a actual combat scenario? Because some guys were having a problem wondering, like I would say, like I would do something that was a parry motion, and then I would make a counter. And some people were wondering, well, how they were having a hard time understanding how the parries worked. And I'm like, well, that would make a good follow up video. Why don't I, actually have somebody, you know, demonstrate a motion and I do the counter using the most basic stuff that the drills are supposed to drill you in. Problem is, I haven't been able to find anyone yet. Naturally, the best choice would be my friend Nick, the guy who's running the Historical Fencing Guild and the corresponding YouTube channel. But he and I have not been able to meet up. He's busy right now with his stuff, and I've been busy with my life, and we haven't been able to meet up. And one of the major reasons why is because right now I don't have a car, and he lives quite a distance away, and I just haven't been able to make it out to him. The car that I normally had has broken down, and it's going to cost quite a bit to fix, which I just don't have the funds. In fact, that sort of also kind of leads me a little bit into the Patreon thing. The Patreon was supposed to mostly just go toward the channel and me getting stuff to for the channel, like reference materials for future martial arts videos. Hell, there was right now. I'm I can pretty much afford a certain sword that I want. Well, idealistically, I'd be able to afford a certain sword that I've wanted to review on this channel for quite some time. However, because of circumstances, that money has mostly just been going toward keeping us alive. Like I said, it's been a rough several months. It's just mostly been going toward paying bills, which technically does support the channel because, well, without me being able to pay the bills, I obviously can't do the channel because then I won't, for instance, have internet or electricity or a roof over my head. So that's what it's been going towards. Yeah, I'm sorry to say that, but that's what's been happening. Um, Another problem with, like I said, I can't get my friend Nick to help me out with that video I wanted to do. So I've been trying to get some other people. I would just get my wife, and that would generally work, but she's not really skilled with a sword. She knows a couple of basics, but they're very, very, minuscule. And she doesn't feel comfortable, trying to demonstrate certain motions on the camera. So I've been trying to find somebody else to help me out with that. I can't meet up with Nick. There are a couple of other people I've been asking. Some of them said they might be able to help, but they need to free up their schedule. Other people are too far away. So that kind of threw a monkey wrench into things. And not only that, but lately my schedule has been busy because with me trying to supplement income, I now have a job that has pretty much, they're 12-hour shifts every day. And, well, not every day of the week, but, for a full, work week, 12-hour shifts. And that's been eating up quite a lot of my time. Wish it wasn't so, but there it is. Um, so that's what's been going on with that. That otherwise that video would have been out since the beginning of this month, if not earlier. I do still at least plan on trying. I want to at least put up something substantial. So before the month is up, there's at least two videos I want to do. One of them is going to be sort of a ranting style video, sort of philosophical, sort of political. I haven't done anything like that in a while, and with all the crap that's been happening lately, and boy, has there been a lot of crap happening, hasn't there? There's something that I wanted to touch on that, so expect something on that soon. And I also wanted to get into Dark Souls again. I know that I started putting out Dark Souls 2 videos quite quite some time ago. The last one I did was freaking, New Year's of last year. I've been meaning to do something since, but in fact, I've already stated this before. I've already beaten the game, and I've already gone through the game with several other builds as well. And I have recorded footage of myself beating the game, as well as recorded footage of me and Demoman Chaos going through the game. Problem is, because of me being so behind and putting those videos up and editing them, because it's a lot of footage to edit, the game's changed. And I don't just simply mean the DLC, there was also that whole, Scholar of the First Sin stuff that came out. We now have two versions of Dark Souls 2 out. One, which is, the older version that first, that came out at launch, that they've changed with DLC, and then they put out a patch which added in a new NPC, a new ending, and new descriptions for all the items we get. And that's pretty much changed quite a bit of the game. And then we got a whole new version of the game, which is the Scholar of the First Sin edition, which is for people who have DirectX 11. And it's got, better graphics and changed around enemy placements and all that good shit. And it's like, damn, I got all this old footage now, which is useless because it doesn't represent the game anymore. What do I do? I've been wrestling with this for some time. And I finally decided that the best thing for me to do is just to start from scratch. So I'm going to start all over again. Now, granted, so it's not a waste of people's time, I'm going to be going through the game on New Game Plus on my version of Dark Souls 2. I did not buy the Scholar of the First Sin edition because, frankly, I kind of see it as like, that could have just been a new patch or something. I really think it could have just been but no, they had to go and make a whole new damn version of it for PC. So I'm like, why would I want to buy another version of a game I already own? I don't really see the point. I mean, yes, some people are like, well, it's going to upgrade your graphics and it changes around the enemy placement. Well, one, the enemy placement isn't really all that dramatic other than a few crazy things like, say, moving a dragon to a spot that it normally wasn't before or something like that. And that's about it, really. And okay, yeah, fine. It's gonna, allow more NPC. Like you can have more more people in co-op. So instead of just being able to invite 2 people into your game, now you can invite 4. But I don't really play with that many people on there anyway, so it's not really all that enticing to me. So yeah, I may love the Soul series, but I don't like it that much. So if you guys feel disappointed by that, I'm sorry, but I honestly feel. Oh yeah, and then of course the improved graphics, like I was saying. I run the game with Ghetto Sato. It's a mod that I use to enhance the graphics, and it makes the damn game look pretty anyway. I mean, the game already looked pretty to begin with. And now with this newer version, with Ghetto Sato, it makes it look even better. And I've seen this new version of Dark Souls 2, and it doesn't really look all that much better than what I got running right now with Ghetto Sato. So I really don't have any real incentive to go and get this new version, other than a change in enemy layout that I don't really care about. So again, I'm sorry if that disappoints some people, but I will be playing the game on New Game Plus. I'm going to be starting all over again, but I'll be doing it on New Game Plus. That way, there'll be a couple of surprises, because quite frankly, I've been seeing a lot of people's playthroughs, and it doesn't seem like anybody's putting a playthrough out on New Game Plus. If they have, well, I haven't seen it. So that's what I'm gonna do, and that's gonna be my spin on things. We'll go through the game on New Game Plus, see the new add-ons and stuff, and what I will be doing besides just talking about the game is also, I guess, talking about it from a weapon standpoint. Like, I'm going to be using a specific build, obviously, but I'll also be talking about the weapons and their movesets and how close they are to real fighting and what I like and don't like about it. And a couple of other things that I think other people aren't necessarily doing. I could be wrong about that, whatever. The main reason why I really want to do put these Dark Souls 2 videos out is because Dark Souls 3 is now coming out. It should be coming out early next year. And Miyazaki is now going to be at the helm, so it's going to be awesome. That's one of the things that we complained about when Dark Souls 2 came out. It wasn't done by Miyazaki. It was done by some other guys who did some questionable things with Dark Souls 2. Now, I'm probably one of the few people on the planet that actually still likes Dark Souls 2. I do. I actually like the game. It has its flaws, and I'll be talking about them, but I do like the game. So I'm going to be approaching these new videos from a standpoint of someone who likes the game and recognizes it has flaws, and I'll point out the flaws. But it's also going to be in a standpoint of stuff that I hope they don't take away with this new Dark Souls 3 game coming out. Because while I'm glad Miyazaki's making it, there are a couple of things about DS2 that I really like that aren't in DS1, and I'm hoping they don't get rid of for DS3. Right, I've harped on video games long enough. Most of you guys are not on this channel to watch me play video games, so I apologize for that long rant on a game that some of you guys probably don't even care about. But those are the two videos that I want to put out before this month ends. One that's just me ranting, and then another one that's hopefully me going through New Game Plus. There is a martial arts themed video that I do want to put out, though it's going to be me talking and not just doing stuff on screen. It was sparked by a rather interesting conversation that I had on YouTube. Believe it or not, it was in the comment section. It was actually a good conversation. And it made me realize that I needed to do a video on it, so I'm going to do a video on it. So those are the plans. Those are the 3 videos that I want to do. Lastly, I would like to do a group video thing, probably a Q&A, but I've been trying to do those every month, and it seems that every time I try to put the word out on Patreon, no one notices. And one of the Patreon things that I said was that certain people who contributed will get to join in the video conference. But it seems like every time I try to say, hey guys, I'm doing something, no one knows. And then when I set it up, no one's there. So I don't know what to do. I really would like to have several people, join in on the QA and we have a nice discussion. But until I can find a way to get people to notice that I'm doing it, there's no point in me doing it, which makes me sad because that's one of the things I wanted to do and it's one of the perks that I set up. So if you guys have any suggestions on how I can make that work, please let me know. But there we go with that. But yeah, sorry I haven't really been on. Things have been rough. They really have. I'm trying to make things better. And I am going to be putting out some videos. In fact, I'm going to be editing one tonight. So yeah, this is just to let you guys know that, yeah, I'm still alive. Yeah, I do still plan on doing things. I apologize for the lack of stuff lately, but I'm working on that. It's just hopefully life is going to improve a bit so I can do more stuff. That's it. See you guys soon. Catch you guys later.